The main purpose of this project is to improve pupil understanding of fraction through a fun and interactive learning experience. Many pupils find fraction difficult because they are often taught using conventional methods, which can reduce their interest and confidence in mathematics. Therefore, we created a game-based learning module that encourages active participation while helping pupils strengthen their understanding of fraction concept. Our target group is level 2 primary school pupils, specifically year 4 to 6, as they have already learned the basic concept of fractions and they are ready to apply them through more hands-on activities. Our module, Fraction Fortress, the Great Partition, in a STEM integrated educational board game where pupils build fortress towers by combining fraction bricks to make one whole. Throughout the game, pupils practice fraction addition, equivalent fraction, and fraction comparison while developing teamwork, communication, critical thinking, and problem-solving skills in a fun and collaborative environment.
Now, I will explain the problem we identified. Fractions are introduced very early in primary school, but many pupils continue to struggle with fraction operations. One of the main reasons is that teaching methods are often unattractive and disengaging. Lessons are usually abstract, repetitive, and not connected to real-life situations. Because of this, pupils lose interest quickly and begin to perceive fractions as a very difficult topic. This lack of motivation not only affects their performance in fractions, but also weakens their foundation for future mathematical concepts such as algebra, probability, and even everyday problem solving. To address this challenge, our project sets clear learning objectives. First, pupils will be able to master fraction operations, including addition, subtraction, and equivalence. Second, they will gain a deeper understanding of how fractions work by visualizing them through interactive activities in our module. And third, they will learn to apply fraction knowledge in real-world situations, making the learning more meaningful and practical. Through Fraction Fortress, our aim is to transform fractions from something pupils avoid into something that enjoy by combining mathematics with play, creativity, and strategy.
The game contains various components, which is including a game board, dice, pawns, fraction blocks, a deck of white chance cards, a building mat, and a set of baskets. Now, let's go over how a round works. Each participant will be given a pawn, a building mat, and a basket to keep their blocks. They will roll the dice based on their turn and move clockwise. Let's assume the first player rolls a 3, landing on 1.5 space. They will add the 1.5 block from the quarry to their inventory. Each colored space have a unique impact. For example, landing on the market allows the player to swap any of their inventory bricks for one from the quarry. They can exchange two 1/4 for a 1/2. The guide squares protect the player from theft or unwanted trading by other players. If the player lands in the storm, they must return the smallest brick from their inventory to the quarry. White chance is a collection of both good and bad cards that allow the player to turn the table. Finally, a sinkhole space will result in the player losing their next turn. The game will end after one player has built 5 towers. They must complete the current tower before proceeding to the next one, and each player is allowed to keep maximum 6 blocks in their basket at a time.
Fraction Fortress integrates all 4 STEM components into one educational board game. First, in science, pupils apply logical reasoning to determine the correct combination of fraction rates. Next, technology is integrated through the use of digital fraction calculators to support and visualize fraction operations. In terms of engineering, pupils design and build fortress towers using fraction bricks that must form exactly one whole. Finally, mathematics is the core of the game, where pupils perform fraction addition, compare fractions, and identify equivalent fractions. By combining these 4 elements, the game promotes critical thinking, problem solving, teamwork, and decision-making skills.